friends, I'm the vegan. I make a recipe today that's a little different from the other recipes. I have two recipes combined in one, and I changed each of them. Yeah. So the first recipe is a cauliflower rice. I have a nice piece of raw cauliflower here. One of my favorite staples for I can eat that every day. I mean, I make every day new recipes, so I don't actually eat it every day. I could. You could eat raw cauliflower every day. And there's an endless variety of ingredients and ways to do it. And it's really satisfying if you eat it. If I eat it, I don't have any food cravings afterwards. I have the feeling, that was it. I don't need anything else. It's very nice. Rounded, balanced food. That's good. And then the another food is guacamole. And that's usually not combined with cauliflower, as far as I know. Yeah. And I have seen a recipe somewhere. I thought, wow, that is interesting. I do my own version now. I make a guacamole first. I have made many guacamoles. I love guacamole. It's mainly avocados. Yeah. Here I have two beautiful avocados. They have to be ripe and soft. That's important. And the first thing I do, before I do anything else, I will mash the avocados. That's what you have to do first. Because if you do the other things all together, it's not so easy. You have to get the guacamole, the avocado really mashed. Yeah. I don't blend it. Yeah. I don't process it. I have here for mashed potatoes, that tool. That is perfect for the avocados. If you can take a fork, if you don't have this tool, a fork would do it, but it is so much easier with this tool. Yeah, the mashed avocados. As I said, it has to be done first. I might have already put the lemon juice and the seasonings in, but I do that right now. You see, this is. Otherwise, recently I did it with a fork. It took so much more time. Yeah. So if you have this tool, it is very versatile. I also love mashed potatoes, so sometimes this is a really nice tool. I like that. But you can take a fork. That's okay. Just take some more time. So this is here two mashed avocados. You see, very nice. They have to be mashed. And now I have lemon juice. Usually I take lime for avocado and cilantro. In this case, I take lemon juice and parsley. Yeah. Also because of the cauliflower. Here, that's one lemon, juiced. It goes in there. 2 avocados, 1 lemon, that is okay. Shouldn't be too much lemon. The avocado has a gentle flavor. It likes some sour flavor, but not overwhelming it, I would say. And I have a little bit of salt and here chili pepper. You can have cayenne pepper too. And garlic. This is also mashed garlic with a little bit of fork. You cut it in small pieces and mash it, or you have another tool for that. Depends on what you like and what you have. I rather mash my garlic with a fork, and because I don't do that much garlic is very potent, very nice, and I really eat it raw, oftentimes, and then I only need a small amount. And a garlic press, I mean, the great chefs, they say that is waste of garlic, and so I don't know. I just don't need it because I have just a small amount of garlic. Usually it's very potent, and I don't like to eat that much because if you eat too much and you smell it after eating, that means you have eaten too much. The body cannot absorb everything and gives it away, so that obviously is too much. I heard that somewhere. I don't know if that is true, but it makes sense somehow. Small amount is nice, and you don't smell it that much, and it's already very potent like that. So that's my avocado mash with lemon juice, salt, garlic. That's it, and chili pepper. Now I have an onion here, red onion, that is perfect for guacamole. Yeah, red onion in small pieces goes in there. And parsley. That's usually cilantro in avocado, in guacamole, but because I have a cauliflower rice with tomatoes and so, I think might be nice. I show you the other ingredients for the cauliflower rice in a moment. I just finished my guacamole. So that's all I done. I have now my fork, yeah. Put it all together, And that's now, so to say, the dressing for the cauliflower rice. Guacamole is not really a dressing, it's more a dip. And it's usually with crackers or so. But today I will try it actually with cauliflower rice. And that's the thing today. So here I have my avocado, my guacamole, and it's pretty coarse. Yeah, and that's, I like that with guacamole. Not to mash it too much. I'll show you in a moment. I will taste it first. And I'll show you. A little spoon. Taste it. Yeah. Tastes a little bit more intense than a regular guacamole. And the parsley makes it a little bit sour. To me, parsley tastes a little bit sour. The sour green, the typical parsley flavor. And the lemon juice makes it also sour. So that is very nice. It's more like a dressing, yeah? That's what I wanted to do. Here, that's what it looks like. But nothing is here overrated here or exaggerated. It's a little bit salty and sour, just to make it the right amount of seasoning for the cauliflower rice I'm going to make right now. So the cauliflower rice, now the second part of the dish, second main part. Food processor fitted with the S blade. That's the perfect tool to make cauliflower rice. You can also, you don't have that to make a grater. You just take a grater. You have also cauliflower rice, but this is a little bit easier and also makes a little bit nicer texture. Just the florets here. Half or a third or a quarter of cauliflower, as much as you like. That's for me, that's nice. And when I eat this amount, I'm pretty okay, that's nice. Enough. So just that's now one dancing round and the rice is done. You don't want to process too long, otherwise there is no more rice. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is the rice. Cauliflower rice is so easy, and now it's up to seasoning. You can season that in different ways. You can eat the cauliflower by itself if you put a little bit of salt and olive oil in there, for example. You can also take maybe cashew nuts or so to avoid the oil. But it has a little bit of own flavor, cauliflower. And if you eat it raw and the floret, that's nice. But if you eat larger amounts, it begins to taste a little bit strange. So I like to have it with other ingredients, and a little bit of salt and olive oil takes away this little bit strong smell that we know from cabbage. But that is because there are wonderful nutrients in the cabbage, and there are oils and so, and then they release and they smell a little bit strange. They can. But this is no problem when you put other ingredients in there. So this is the cauliflower rice here to show you. That's how much I have now here. It's not very much, but that's enough for me. And now my ingredients I add are 1 stalk celery, 1 or 2 tomatoes in small pieces. Celery and tomatoes, they are nice together. They're a little bit salty. Celery tastes a little bit salty. You can even make celery salt without any salt. That's how salty celery tastes. There's something in the celery that makes it taste salty. That's very nice. And you can just dry the celery. You cut it up and dry it in a dryer, food dryer, or also in an oven with a low temperature, under 50 degrees, to dry it, and then you ground it, and you have celery salt. It's very gentle, but it is salty. It's wonderful. You can also buy celery salt. It's not a secret. So that's why they're so nice together with tomatoes. But tomatoes like the salt. Yeah, I would just say. So now this is cauliflower rice with tomatoes and celery. Guacamole is the second, and the top here is pistachios. I put pistachios in my rice. I know it can be very nice to have rice with nuts. In Persia, Iran, they have wonderful dishes Persian rice and use pistachios and other these kind of things. They have amazing recipes. It's an ancient culture. It's interesting, even Sanskrit is related to Persian, ancient Persian language. It actually have been, when you look at the genetics and how the people are moved in the centuries and the thousands, the millennia, you get. It seems that the Hindus don't like that. The Orthodox Hindus, they don't like the story, but it seems to be true and proven by science right now, and that actually Sanskrit, the big deal of India, that is the amazing language they invented. They call it the language of the gods, and so it's really amazing language. It's totally logic. There's no other language like Sanskrit. Very interesting. For computer even could be used, they say. It's amazing. And so actually, who made this language? Yeah, actually it might have been Persians. The people from Persia went to South India and then they invented absolutely the Sanskrit. So isn't it amazing, right? So Persia is a very interesting culture, but okay, that's just a side story. Not important for cooking. Now here the guacamole shell again, I put it now over my cauliflower rice and then I combine it and then I hope it is nice to enjoy. I didn't try it before, let's see. I love cauliflower rice, I love guacamole, and I love to try new things, to test new things. So now I have to. I thought it might be nice because the rice is a little bit, the cauliflower rice is a little bit hard. Yeah, cauliflower is hard. It's a whole lot of water in there. It's crunchy, and the guacamole is soft. And this might be a nice contrast because if you put something fatty around the cauliflower rice, like the oil I talked about before, it actually turns into a very nice effect for the cauliflower. So I thought maybe that works also with guacamole. What I see now looks very nice from the outside, yeah, but let's taste it. Now, ta-da-da-da! Let's see. Oops. Come on with the tomato. Try. Good. So many flavors in there. That's a very nice, interesting part of the cooking experience. Make a dish, you put it in the mouth, you eat it, and the more you chew on it, the more flavors come out. Very nice, 1,000 little things here. Interesting, very good, delicious. I'm looking forward to that. There's always the thing, you know, sometimes you make a recipe, I taste it, I love it. I go to my table, eat it, and I think, why did it taste well before? It's so disgusting. It happens sometimes. Sometimes something happens while you eat it, in the mouth, or even in the dish. It transforms with time. Not only do you put it in the refrigerator and wait for a day, it changes the flavor. Also while you eat it, and while it sits on your plate. So the time when you eat it, until you eat it, or while you eat it, is really important for cooking. And a good recipe has to be balanced in many, many ways. Not only nutrient-wise, also what happens if you eat it. While you eat it, when you store it and wait for it 1 day or 2 days or a week, how it transforms it, and what happens in the body after you eat it. Well, how do you feel about it? What it does in the body, that's maybe the most important thing. But it also begins with what it looks like. So everything is interesting, so many things to respect, especially if I'm writing a cookbook now with recipes, so I have to have all these things in my mind. That comes out a little bit later. I hope you will enjoy if you like. And otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope you like my video. And this recipe you can try and tell me it's a little bit more complex, but well, sometimes cooking takes a little bit more time, but it's really worth it. There's a lot of flavor experience here, very exciting. You can also subscribe to MD Vegan on YouTube, my video channel. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.